There are those of us who, when we think of the world and look at the world and see images of the world and people around the world, who literally feel a type of kinship to people we've never met around the world. But it's a minority of people. And those of us who are like that are sometimes amazed that the rest of the world will laugh at us for being that way. The rest of the world will laugh at us because we have the audacity to see images of others who we've never met and actually feel a kinship to them. They almost want to criminalize that to a degree and ridicule you. It's part of realizing for many of us that we're outside the norm. I can tell you literally that when things have come up, people that I know have asked me, why do I care? And I just feel like, why do you not? Who defines who you care for? Who's the us and who's the them? And who's defining that? And how's that being defined? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. So I was just sitting here thinking about that. Mainly because it's one of those ways in which people make you feel different. We learn to embrace that. And so that's why my hair is like this, right? I always wanted to look different. I did not want, let me say it the other way. This is the way I usually would say it. I don't want to look like the typical physician. I specifically did not want to look like that. And then later on, it became more that I wanted you to be able to have some vision of who I was as a person just by looking at me. See, that's more weird and personal, right? So that's hence the hair. Hence the hair. Or other people who do similar things, right? We're wanting to express ourselves. We pierce, we tattoo. We're wanting to express ourselves. And many times that expression is in response to those who want to make us feel like outsiders. So as part of our embracing of being an outsider, we say, well, since we are outsiders, we're going to look like outsiders. We're not going to look like your standard shit because we ain't that. And we're not really accepted by you or part of your mentality. So we're going to have to celebrate to a degree our differences. This is for the people that I call my people. And they don't really come in a race, an ethnicity. They don't really come in any kind of specific gender or lack of gender or non-specific gender. That's not how they're defined. They're more defined as, I always said, by a consciousness of purpose that to a large degree involves acknowledging and accepting our differences and actually seeing that as something wonderful. That is part of that group's consciousness. To me, that is the thing that many of my friends, associates have that I'm most proud of. At least to a degree, my group is defined by consciousness, right? I mean, I think most of you watching this would say that. My group, whatever we think that is defined by consciousness and how we look at ourselves in relationship to this world. And I'm very much proud of that. And I'm proud of me in that area. And actually, like I said, many of my friends and associates, because we are very different in a bunch of ways, but we also, in a very strange way, seem to be able to acknowledge that we have that same consciousness. It's amazing. That's why you guys let me cuss or be vulgar, because overall, a bunch of you feel my consciousness. And therefore, it's kind of okay that I'm a crazy old mofo. And the same goes for you, too. It's about a consciousness. That is where we are now. That's where I am. Many of us, COVID made us think about this. It got us to settle. See, COVID, as bad as it's been in so many ways, for a bunch of people, just forcing you to deal with aloneness to a greater degree, you know that was actually good for you. You know it was. What I, okay, I went through a year on my own with no woman, and I came out of it thriving, and dealing with all of that in an upfront way, which says what? That's, I always said the way out is true, but, I think I am an example of that because I always had a woman. In fact, back in my day, your girlfriend was actually whoever, you would have a list sort of who you were interacting with, and whoever was available, they were ranked in order, and your girlfriend was ever who was there at the top of the list. That's your girlfriend, I guess, right? When you're young enough, right? You ain't trying because you ain't thinking about marriage. See, a lot of people don't remember when they were so young that they were dating with no thoughts of marriage, just dating to have fun. They can't remember that. It's too long ago for them. And they lost that long, long ago. But those of us of a certain consciousness can at least understand how I'm attempting to frame this for myself. Because you're trying to frame it for yourself. Okay? In other words, the honesty and integrity of the broadcast that I do have everything to do with my willingness to reveal myself, even though I wouldn't give me so much kudos. It is also a matter of circumstance. I have no wife and no children. That'll make you crazy. If I had a wife or children, I might not be doing any of this, but I have no wife and no children. So I'm liable to do anything. So don't give me a lot of credit for bravery in that area. That is, to a large degree, circumstance. I find myself here, and I'm going to do some shit on my way out that I want to do. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to seek other people's validation for the shit I do. If you don't have to understand it. You see what I'm saying? It's like the types of gift giving that I do or wear, whatever, because it's already becoming an irritation. I don't care if you understand. It may not be. I wasn't thinking of you when I put that together. As Miles Davis once said to someone who said they didn't understand some of his music. He said, "Well, I wasn't really thinking of you when I wrote that." Whatever. That's not the exact quote, but you get it. So no. But the thing that is universal is that we all have to define within our lives love and relationships. And that involves a bunch of choices. So the people of a certain consciousness, the way they go about that is to really look within. It's not an outward process. That's an inward process. So finding happiness is the same thing. It's not something that you get from other people too. I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that other people don't bring you happiness. I'm saying that in order to be there and receive that, you have to bring your part. It's just not a way that you're rescued in life. Like shit doesn't arrive like a emotional Robin Hood, whatever, to raise you from the, and deliver you. No, no, because you're going through this for a reason. We are going through this for a reason. One of the essences of karma. Because these trials and tribulations are going to take us to a better place. That's why, and I kind of accept that. That's why I'm not stressed. See, I accept that. See, I kind of know who I am, and because of that, I can accept the challenges that are hitting me because I deserve them. I deserve to be challenged about love. I deserve. This is perfect. There's nothing wrong. This is Mario meeting self. This is Mario meeting self. There is nothing wrong with me getting to this point in life and being alone, dealing with the issue of love, because I was so demanding and challenging on my own in that same area. This is learning and appropriate. And if or when I do achieve a certain level of whatever, enlightenment or I don't know, whatever the process is, because I have no idea, you do the best you can, I'm sure that it'll work out for me. But know that the fact that I arrive here at this stage of my life and have all the shit that I have, and no woman, you think they know lesson in that? I know it's a lesson. I just want to explain all of it to you guys. You see, I'm not complaining. See, thank you, Lord, I won't complain. Everything is as it should be here. I'm going through what I need to go through. I earned this shit. I built this shit. This is my shit. See, I'm not like a bunch of y'all who lie to yourself on a daily basis. I'm experiencing my shit. I get to have all these wonderful rewards in the ways that maybe I guess I've proven or something, but then I get to be devoid of certain things as if it's a wish granted. I could have made other decisions. I'm single by choice, and I'm a happy single, but I also have to then meet self when it comes to the shit I don't have. A bunch of y'all, you go to bed tonight, somebody gonna be holding you. Somebody gonna be holding you. Can't tell you. I can't even remember. I'm thinking. See, if it's that hard, then it's too long. It's over a year. Over a year. Meeting self. Honesty. And growth. I said, don't feel bad for me. I don't feel bad for me. I made this. This is my shit. This is my shit. But I'm saying, so you got your shit too, right? You got your shit. Right? So you gotta just go deal with your shit. I'm dealing with my shit. You deal with your shit. Everybody deals with their shit. So let us begin. Most of us have already begun. So let us continue. Peace and blessings on that journey.